fuck about sports. She don't give a fuck.
It's true. China is building man-made islands to claim territory, despite several other countries also claiming those islands. Although, to be honest, I'm pretty sure they are all going to be unsuccessful, and I'll tell you why. Janice and accounting don't give a fuck. And hey, don't act surprised that that gift was terrible. Your name got picked by Janice from accounting, and you know she don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck about you. In the break room fridge the day he was suspended, it could conceivably still be edible when he gets back. Although, to be fair, it will probably be gone, and I'll tell you why. Janice in accounting don't give a fuck. If you're going to leave something in your workplace freezer for 9 months, you'd better be sure to label it. And even then, it won't be safe, and I'll tell you why. Janice in accounting don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. Of course, Janice from accounting, who has worked hard, so hard all year. Janice, have you had fun this year? Ouch, OK. Is that my favourite coffee cup, Janice? Wow. Janice don't give a fuck. Hello there, I'm John Oliver, host of HBO's Last Week Tonight, and also banned for life from the set of HBO's Ballers. Call me, Dwayne. We can mend this fence. We're off this week, but I'm here on the internet to do the most internet thing imaginable, and that is complain about superhero movies. Every year, the market is flooded with movies about superheroes. Just this year, blockbusters included movies ranging from Mean Spider-Man to Sad Man versus Super Sad Man to The Insane Clown Posse Takes Manhattan. Now, each of these movies have their strengths and weaknesses, which I will not go into because I would like to feel the touch of another human at least once more before I die. But I do think some audience members are feeling a little fatigued at seeing the same characters over and over again. And fear not, because I have a solution for fans who are looking for something beyond the Marvel and DC universes. And I hope some movie executives are watching this and taking notes. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you next year's summer blockbuster, Johnny Strong. Now, you may notice that drawing is a little amateurish, and that is because Johnny Strong is a character that I created in 5th grade. By day, he is mild-mannered 5th grader John Olivier, no relation. But from the time school lets out until dinner, he becomes the, let's say, unconventionally handsome hero, Johnny Strong. Johnny Strong is a kick-ass hero with a bad attitude. He's seen a boob and he knows what the F-word is. He intrepidly battles villains such as Doc Bedtime, a monster made of blankets who can magically plunge the world into total darkness. And of course, there's the dreaded Mrs. Thomas, the clarinet teacher. No, Mrs. Thomas, the clarinet is not the electric guitar of the mouth. You're a charlatan and I don't want to play it. I don't want to play it. Johnny doesn't want to play it. The whole Johnny Strong series is chock full of adventures that are begging to be adapted to the silver screen. And where better to start than with issue 1, which is called Night Moves. A title I did not realise was also the name of a Bob Seger song. Now, in Night Moves, an evil mutant monster has been breaking into the Olivier household at night, probably to steal the awesome rock collections of cool little boys. And Johnny Strong can't sleep, not because he's scared, he's very brave. He just can't fall asleep when there's injustice afoot. What's worse is that the grown-ups are rendered incapable of seeing this creature and are convinced that it is just the cat. But Johnny Strong knows better. So Johnny developed a plan. He stayed up late into the night, even though he was very tired from clarinet practice. Then, when he heard the mutant creep into his bedroom, he sprang out of bed in his suit of ultimate power, which, yes, looked a lot like a pair of footy pyjamas that you have to special order to fit a boy his size. He took out his mutant vaporizing laser, which is what a laser pointer is if you don't say pointer. And He chased the mutant down the stairs. The beast let out a terrified meow, which is what mutants do when they're scared, and recoiled from the laser's mighty beam. Johnny Strong chased the mutant out the front door, which he propped open with a rock in a move that, as an adult, I admit was probably unsafe. Then he shouted, "Be gone, mutant!" which woke up his baby sister, who started crying, probably tears of joy, at hearing that justice had been served. Now, is Johnny Strong finally celebrated as the hero he is? Does the monster ever return? We'll find out in issue 2, which is called Land of the Lost Cat Posters. Now, that is it for now. Last Week Tonight returns September 25th. Until then, Hollywood, I am awaiting your call strongly. And finally tonight, Kansas. It's a land synonymous with me Googling Kansas 20 minutes ago to see if it's synonymous with anything. Turns out mainly wheat and tornadoes that blow away their wheat. Anyway, Kansas is in a bit of trouble these days, budget-wise.
The state of Kansas is broke, extremely broke. Job growth in Kansas lags behind the rest of the country. Moody's has downgraded the state's credit rating. And the state Supreme Court recently ruled that Kansas had been unconstitutionally underfunding its schools.
Okay, that's horrible. Children in Kansas should not be deprived of a quality education because of budget shortfalls. They should be deprived because of the strict, unyielding religious beliefs of their school boards. That's the Kansas way. But luckily, the state of Kansas may actually have a little cash coming its way from an unexpected source.
The state of Kansas soon going to start profiting from porn.
Yes! Kansas porn. Finally, I've got so many ideas for the titles. Little Fuck House on the Prairie, Cornfield Cornholing, Cream of Wheat, or maybe you go the whole Wizard of Oz thing and Swallow the Yellow Dick's Load. Yes, I'm good at this. I'm good at this. Yeah. Just out of interest, how exactly is Kansas in the porn business?
Hundreds of adult toys are sitting in this Kansas City warehouse. They are up for auction online. The owner of a string of adult stores in that state didn't pay his taxes. He owes the state about $160,000. The state said he could still sell his merchandise to pay off his debt.
Okay, so Kansas is only in the porn business because the owner of this chain of sex toy stores, the Bang chain, didn't pay his taxes. And I've got to say, even by sex toy store standards, that is one seedy-looking establishment. And also, there are some incredible bargains for sale at this auction, like this Icicles brand transparent penis, described as not just elegant, upscale and handcrafted, but also hand-blown, which is, incidentally, the single classiest euphemism I can possibly think of for masturbation. Or you could also get this pair of 50 Shades of Grey You Are Mine metal handcuffs, which you are frankly going to need to resuscitate your love life after the 50 Shades movie kills your sex drive. Jamie Dornan is not my Christian. Hashtag not my Christian. Now, in fact, if I may address our viewers in Kansas right now, there is only one problem with this auction, and that is that the current bids only total $38,000, and yet you are owed over $160,000 in taxes. So you need to start thinking about this like a charity auction and overpay for things that you clearly do not really need. And do not give me the whole, but John, I don't need a Dr. Laura Berman brand remote control panty pleaser. I already have 3. That's not the point, Kansas! You're not buying it for yourself, you're buying it to cover your state's gigantic projected budget shortfall. Bidding is open until Tuesday night at this website, Kansas. And you need to raise around $160,000, and crucially, absolutely no more than that, because any excess will unfortunately go straight back to the tax-delinquent owner of the sketchiest sex toy business on the planet. So let's do this, Kansas. I want you to go and comically overspend on this raging hard-on 18-inch double dong. And I want you to put this on your shelf, and I want you to look at it every day. And I want you to feel good about yourself when you do it. Because you inadvertently just helped fund K-12 education all across the state. All across the state. Every time someone comes over to your house, I want you to take this off the shelf and frantically wave it around and tell them what you did. Do it, Kansas, because while your state legislature has fucked you into this mess, this is your chance to go online and fuck yourselves out of it. Hello there, I'm John Oliver, host of HBO's Last Week Tonight. Basically, ballers for weak, insecure people. We are off this week, but tomorrow is Labour Day, which incidentally is something that you can call your child's birthday if you really want to make it all about you. Happy Labour Day, Landon. Today marks 7 years since my body has never been the same again. Enjoy your cake. We are all familiar with the rule that you shouldn't wear white after Labour Day, which is much easier for some people to follow than for others. Gwyneth. But honestly, we should be using more holidays as arbitrary points to stop doing things. For instance, we should have a rule that after Thanksgiving, you have to stop decorating your home with gourds. It's cute in October, it's acceptable but obnoxiously folksy in November. But after that, you're just keeping loose produce lying around. It's no better than adorning your front porch with a bunch of watermelons and carrot sticks. Also, no drinking eggnog after December 31st. Because if you start your calendar year by consuming a beverage with the density and nutritional benefits of molten steel, scrap the rest of your resolutions and take care of your f***ing nog problem. Now, while we're at it, there are some things that after this Labour Day we should stop doing and then never do again. For instance, let's stop saying that's interesting when we mean that is not interesting. From now on, when someone tells you a boring story, simply say, bless you, like you were just sneezed on, because that is what hearing about someone's travel delay feels like. And while we're at it, from Labour Day forward, no more winking ever. A wink is a gesture that is somehow both deeply sexual and incredibly unsexy. Like licking a pine cone. I think I know how you want me to take that, but I am profoundly not on board. Or am I? See, the point is, it's gross. No more of that until the end of time. We are back on HBO September 25th. Until then, good night.